Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between fixing your past and understanding your past. So, I think I've mentioned in other videos that it's important to not feel like you have to fix yourself. Like, oh, I did some things that I regret in my past. I need to fix those. You can't fix the past. The past has happened. It's over. It's done with. It's still in your head, but you can't go back and fix it. You can apologize and you can do better, but you can't go back and actually fix that thing. You can't go back and fix your programming. You can't go back and fix how your parents treated you. You can't go back and fix how you treated other people. But it's important to understand the past. It's important to understand what it did to create where you are now. It's important to understand the things that you got from other people in the past that are not yours, that you need to let go of and give back to them. So I guess my whole reason for doing this video is just the fact that I think so many people, and I see it in counseling, and I think counseling is a good thing. I think that, it's a good way to go and get better and get tools to be better with your mental health. But I feel like a lot of counselors, therapists that deal with psychologists, psychiatrists, and I am no professional. I am just a mom, wife, person, inspirer that loves to study the law of attraction and loves to use it to my advantage to make my life better and share it with you to make your life better. So this is just my opinion, and I'm not saying that all of them do it, but I feel like a lot of those sessions are just digging up the past and just wallowing in it. And it's just like, that's not helping unless you are doing it to understand, hey, my mom treated me like this because her mom treated her like this, or my teacher treated me like this because my brother was not a very good kid. Like, whatever it is. Like, it's important to understand those things so you can say, that really wasn't me. That was my mom. That was my teacher. My brother treated me that way. I failed, and that's okay because it brought me to where I'm at now. I think about this, and this is maybe a little bit of a sensitive subject, but apparently that's what I'm doing right now. So, my dad passed away when I was 8 years old. My mom and dad were in the middle of a very messy divorce. It was getting really messy. I was that kid that wanted to be in the middle of everything and know what was going on. So I was in the middle of some arguments. I even remember I must have heard my dad threaten suicide, but I remember asking him, are you going to die? And he was like, no, I'm not going to die. Well, he did. He did. He took his own life. It was tragic for my 8-year-old self. And then probably about 8 or 9 years ago, a friend of mine asked me, if everything happens for a reason, why did your dad die? And my answer was, and I had to think about it for probably like 10 minutes. It didn't take me long. But my answer was, because my mom, in raising me, gave me a ton of freedom. And I'm talking a ton of freedom. She trusted my choices. She supported my attempts and failures and successes at doing different things. She still does. When I go to her with a new idea, she's like, that's great, honey. Even though in the background, I know she's going, what the hell is she up to now? And I feel like if my dad would have been around, I would have had more of a thumb on me and I would have rebelled because I was that kid. I was that confrontational, I'm going to get my way kid. And there was a few times that my mom did say no, and I threw an absolute you-know-what fit. I was not a pleasant child when I wasn't getting my way. And I think that that has brought me to where I am today because I don't like being unhappy. So this discovery of using the law of attraction to my advantage to make my life better has been amazing. And I look back at my past and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I was throwing those fits. That's why I insisted on this. That's why I broke up with this person. That's why I didn't do that job, because I wanted to be happy. And when I'm not happy, I have to shift my life to be happy. And so I look back at that and I'm like, the reason in the grand scheme of the universe that my dad passed away when I was a kid was so I could have the freedom that I needed to turn into the person who I am. Okay. And then, like, I look at my mom, for example, she was held back a lot as a kid. And her philosophy in raising my brother and I was to only say no when she had to. And she did. She said yes to everything. There was a few things like going to a drive-in when I was 14 with an older boy she said no to. Like, as a parent, I totally understand, but my 14-year-old self was not happy about that decision. But she gave me a ton of freedom because her philosophy in raising kids was only say no when you absolutely had to. And she did. And I feel like that, I thank my grandmother for that because that switched her. My husband was very rarely, if ever, told that he was loved as a kid. He and I tell our kids we love them daily, probably overkill. Every time we walk out the door, I love you. Every time we get off the phone, I love you. Every time we text, I love you. Like, it was important for him to know above everything that his kids were loved and felt loved because he lacked that. So he can look at his parents and go, thank you for giving that to me because I was able to pass something better on to my kids. So it's important to understand the past, and when you're like, an example, oh, there's a woodpecker on my roof. Oh, he's so cute. Anyways, it's important to understand the past so you can understand things like that. Like, if you were neglected or treated unfairly or abused as a kid or as an adult, like, look where that other person was coming from. Because when people are being mean to you, when people are being abusive to you, when people are neglecting you, when people are gossiping about you, that's on them. That's how they treat other people. That has nothing to do with you. The 4 agreements, one of the agreements, and I have not read that book, but I do know that one of the agreements is what other people say about you is none of your business. Because it really isn't. It's a reflection on them, not on you. Hi, Valerie. So, yeah, it is important. It's not important to fix the past. Unless you're just like making amends and you want to apologize to some people. But I'll tell you right now, apologizes. Apologizes is a new word. Apologies don't mean anything without changed behavior. So if you're just apologizing and then you go out and do the same stuff again, it's not heard. It's not meaningful to anyone. But if you're apologizing to someone and you change your behavior and you change how you deal with that situation when it comes up again, you have learned your lesson and you've learned and understand the past. This happened in the past. I changed it around now. So when it happens in the future, it's going to happen differently and better. So I just wanted to put that out there because I know on several occasions on my videos, I have said, you don't need to fix yourself. You are who you are, and it's great, and you just need to become better. And, you know, like, getting into those more positive attitudes. It's not about like, let's sit here and wallow in my childhood forever. It's about saying, oh yeah, that happened. My mom treated me like that because of this. I'm either grateful for it or I'm having a hard time with it. I'm going to give it back to her or I'm going to thank her for it. And then I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to have a more positive attitude about whatever that is. So it's important to understand the past. It's not important to fix it and wallow in it and sit in it and be frustrated and fearful, and get up and brush it off and move forward and be a better person and do better. That is my message for today. So I hope that helps you in your journey of life, being a better person and using the law of attraction to your advantage. And I am going to go. I have stuff to do. My camera is all charged. I need to go photograph a bunch of clothes. So you guys all have a great Tuesday. If it's in the cards, Taco Tuesday. I have some pork chops out, so I don't know how Mexican I'm going to get with that, but I don't think I'm going to. Okay, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Please share my video. Please hit the thumbs up. It helps me so much. If you are on Facebook, thank you so much for watching. If you want to go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, it's Creating Happy Mondays, and every subscriber helps. When I get to 1,000, I can monetize my channel and start like making this into a real thing. So if you can do that, I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.